Yeah, the weather is gloomy today. You can see they did say it was going to snow, and you can see that the snow started already. There are no accumulations on the ground yet, but we're expecting just a few inches, maybe 1 to 3 inches. I'm sure on this side we're going to get about 3 inches. So that's how it still is. Nonetheless, we just have to start seeding and hoping and waiting for for spring, so that at least when spring comes, we're gonna get into action. So here you are. It's still snowing. All right, I'm back, and I was talking about the Prohex. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. The Prohex. Is it? Oh, it's gonna be like flipped. Alright, this is the Prohex I'm gonna use. It can help you sprout 72 seedlings. So that is a good thing. It comes in 3 parts. This is the first part. It has there's a tray, no holes on it, so that is good. And then you have your cells that go into the tray like that. So when you water your plant, it just goes on the bottom tray, and nothing spills on the ground. So that is a good thing. But what I especially like is this top that it has. It has this clear transparent top. When you're done putting your seeds in, you kind of give it a cover like this. I like this system because it helps to retain the moisture in your plant. When you water it, it helps to retain the moisture. It keeps it warm. And when you open it, sometimes you will see, or when you look at it, sometimes you will see that there are condensations on this cover. Those condensations usually actually form liquids again that drops back into the onto the soil and into the plant. So it's kind of like it's self moisturizing system. So I like it that way. You don't have to be opening it up and worrying it all the time, because it kind of like generates what it needs to sprout your seeds. So that is one of the reasons why I like this system. You can see the snow is coming down some more, and if you look at that pole, there was nothing before, but now you have some accumulations. But just by that electric pole, you see the white stuff there, and you can see on the concrete though there's still nothing. But we'll see how it goes. Meanwhile, we'll continue making the video and see. By the time I'm done, I'll see how much more has fallen and how much more has accumulated. First, prepare the soil, and I have my soil is already prepared. I'm just fluffing it to make sure that there's no lumps in it. So I'm fluffing it all up. So I know all is free, and then the tray is right there. So I'm going to fill the tray with my. I'm going to fill the tray with my soil. One seed at a time in one cell. Yeah, so this is done. I'm gonna put this in here. It's done. This one too is done. All right, that is all done. So I'm just gonna watch and wait, and waiting is usually exciting when you see something when you see something just sprout. Yeah, this is one of them I mentioned before. You can see the condensation on the top of the cover right there. You can see the condensation. That's what I meant by kind of like a self-moisturizing because the condensation actually drops back into the soil and nourishes it and gives it some moisture. So here it is. You can see how it drips. See how it's dripping. Yeah, that's what it does. See how it's dripping. So that's a good thing. And you can see my plants are all coming up. They have sprouted. You can see why I like this system. I have almost all, more than 95% sprouted. This one hasn't sprouted yet, and this one hasn't. There's nothing in that cell. There's nothing in this cell. So just like 3. So I'm pretty happy about that. And looking at the other one, here, same thing. You can see the moisture coming down. So that's good. Yeah, I don't want to lose any of the moisture. So it goes back into the plant. Keeps it moist. So it has all the water it needs. In this cell, I have more that hasn't sprouted yet. You can see I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on this side 7, 8, 9 on this side, and 10, 11, 12. So more on these cells that haven't sprouted. They all don't sprout like the same time, of course, because of the depth of the seeds when you planted them. You can see this one is still coming up. You can see this one is so tiny. So even though not all are sprouted yet, they're still coming up. So now that the seeds are coming up, you can see how they are oriented. They're oriented like they're beginning to curve to one side. Some of them are still standing straight like that. Like this one is still standing straight. But this one is beginning to curve. This one is beginning to curve. This one is beginning to curve that way. And this is beginning to curve that way. And when they start curving like that, they are striving towards the sun. And you know, we are indoors right now, and I showed you how gloomy it is outside. Though you have it placed by the window, you can only do the best you can. You know, use where you have the most light within your space. That's all you can do right now. But the other thing you can do is to get the artificial light that can be used to help the plants to grow indoors. You can get that if you want. But I don't use that right now. I just try to use a natural light as much as possible. Yeah, this is another container that I have. These ones are not in cells. Just put them in a container. Regular container like this you can also use. Like I said, don't worry about the cluster right now. You can always thin these out. And also with these ones, you can see that they are beginning to lean to one side. Something else that happens when the seedlings don't get enough light is that when they grow, as they grow, the stem becomes very thin. Their stem becomes very thin, and you see it will become thin and lanky. And that's not what you want. You want to try as much as possible to give them as much light as possible. And when they have enough light, they're going to be very short they're going to be short and they're going to be stocky. That's what you want. You want the stem to be stocky before you transplant. So I want to say thank you for watching this video. Thank you to my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. I really appreciate it. But until then, keep planting, keep learning, keep growing.